wrestling fans. My name is Brian Crazy, and you are watching the F brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in once again. I am back with my review of the longest-running weekly episodic television show in history. That's right, Monday Night Raw from May 14th, 2012. It was a pretty good show in my opinion, and before we get started, please check out the official website of the F brand at FightNationWrestling.com, and please also follow me on my new Twitter at BrianCrazy2001. We start off the show with Triple H, the Game, the COO of the WWE. He comes down to the ring. He cuts a promo. He talks about the situation with Brock Lesnar. He talks about Brock Lesnar's so-called legitimizing of WWE. And this is when Paul Heyman comes out. Heyman comes out with a lawyer in tow, and this lawyer serves Triple H with the summons. The WWE and Triple H is being sued by the next big thing, Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman basically comes out, stirs the pot so much, Triple H ends up putting his hands on Paul Heyman. As Triple H is making his way back up the entrance ramp after the segment ends, Paul Heyman threatens a second lawsuit for assault and battery on the Game because of the situation that just happened. Then we go into the first match of the night. We see CM Punk and Santino Marella successful. They pick up the win over Daniel Bryan and Cody Rhodes. A nice little preview of some of the action we're going to see at this Sunday's Over the Limit. Then we go into Divas action. Beth Phoenix picks up the win over Alicia Fox. My only complaint is this match didn't go long. Two incredibly talented divas. They deserve to have a little more time to showcase their talents. Post-match, we get a beatdown on Alicia Fox by Beth until Layla comes down and makes the save. Layla was watching some of this match from the stage. She was just kind of scouting her opponents. And then we see a huge announcement. Kane versus Zack Ryder will be the pre-show before the Over the Limit pay-per-view this Sunday. It will go on at 7:30 live on YouTube.com. Then we go into the next match, Kane versus the Big Show. Kane picks up the win over the Big Show via chokeslam after John Laurinaitis causes the distraction. Post-match, John Laurinaitis insists an apology from Big Show mocking him last week. Big Show ends up groveling to try to save his job. It was actually pretty sad. I enjoyed the Big Show, and I hate to see him go out this way. And John Laurinaitis ends up firing the Big Show. I don't know if Big Show is actually making his exit from the WWE or if it's all just a storyline and the Big Show will be returning. A huge stipulation was added to the match between Johnny Ace and John Cena. Johnny Ace might end up losing his position as the permanent general manager, and that might, open the door for Big Show to make his return. Once I get a little bit more information, I will bring it to you. Then we go into tag team action. We see Brodus Clay, Kofi Kingston, and R-Truth pick up the win over Miz and the team that I'd like to dub Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and Jack Swagger. Now, this is a good match. It's a little bit different of a dynamic for Brodus Clay, and I like to see him in tag team action. I like to see him not in just a squash match. And out of the new superstars that have debuted in the last few weeks, or the returning superstars, Brodus Clay probably has had the most diverse matches. Ryback has been pretty much squash matches, and so has Lord Tensai. We've actually got to see Brodus Clay, take a couple licks from Jack Swagger, take a couple licks from Dolph Ziggler. Got to be in a good tag team match tonight, and there was a lot of back and forth action. Brodus Clay, Kofi, and R-Truth, the team of Air, Jimmy, were successful. Then we see AJ and Punk backstage. AJ is kind of trying to flirt with Punk. Punk wants no part of AJ, and she's trying to wish him luck, and Punk basically just walks off after basically saying what I just said. Then we go into the final match of the night before the big promo between Johnny Ace and John Cena. We see Chris Jericho go one-on-one against Randy Orton with Sheamus at ringside for commentary. Sheamus ends up getting involved, attacking Chris Jericho, thus causing the disqualification, and Chris Jericho picking up the win of this match. And then we go into the final segment of the night. Johnny Ace comes out, cuts a promo, and out comes John Cena. John Cena is absolutely hilarious tonight, just getting under the skin of Johnny Ace before this big match at the Over the Limit pay-per-view this Sunday, 86 days away. And Johnny Ace just can't help but laugh. Big Johnny is acting like he's, got the upper hand. He's got some big announcement to make, and Eve comes running down with a letter from the board of directors. The board of directors have named the following stipulations for this Sunday's match. It will be one-on-one. There will be no special guest referee. No one will be at ringside. Win by pinfall or submission only. Anyone who interferes will be terminated. And if Johnny Ace loses, he will lose his position as the permanent general manager of not only Raw, but also Friday Night SmackDown. So this adds an interesting dynamic. We all assumed that Lord Tensai, Brock Lesnar, somebody was going to get involved. Now Johnny Ace has to wrestle a legitimate wrestling match, and he's got to win somehow, some way, to keep his job. I can't wait to see Over the Limit. This just pushed it over the top for me. I love WWE. I try to catch as many events as I possibly can, but I definitely got to see what's going to happen in this huge match at the Over the Limit pay-per-view and how it's going to affect the WWE dynamic. I really like Johnny Ace. I like what they did with him. I think last summer they kind of made a mistake with the whole Nash situation where he made the phone call or sent the text message to himself. It should have been Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace should have been pulling the strings all along, and maybe we should have saw a heel turn from Johnny Ace a little bit sooner. Now we've seen a heel turn that's kind of been rushed since WrestleMania. Since he's gotten the power, he's just become, the complete corporate greedy jackass, so to speak, excuse my language. And I'm kind of curious what's going to happen. Will he be humbled, or will Johnny Laurinaitis defeat John Cena at this Sunday's pay-per-view? I will be providing full predictions for Over the Limit before the event takes place, and I want you guys to leave your thoughts not only on this video, but also on those predictions once they're produced. Thank you for checking out this video. Can't wait to hear your feedback. And like I said, thank you for watching. It is you guys, the fans and subscribers, that have made the Effin brand so successful. Have a great night. Have a safe early morning commute, as my broadcast colleague over on Effin True Wrestling, JC Styles, would say. And guys, have a great night. Can't wait to hear your feedback. Excuse me, and I'll catch you later.